This video will be on the 48th annual Idaho Vintage Motorcycle and Bicycle Show for 2024. In this video I'm going to show you the trophy class winners for the motorcycles and the bicycles. In part 2 I'm going to show you the other competitors at the show.
So people with the bikes, come gather around the table, start gathering around. I'll give you some stats from this year's show. We had 15 American motorcycles, we had 78 Japanese, I think that's a new high. We had 33 British motorcycles, we had 28 European motorcycles, 10 scooter motorbikes, for a total of 164 bikes this year at the show. Thanks everyone for bringing your bikes out, that was great turnout. Also, we can't forget about the bicycles. We had 22 bicycles. Thanks for you guys coming out too. And the states represented looks like Idaho, Oregon, Washington, Montana, Utah, Nevada, and don't forget California. Okay, here we go with the awards. If you hear your name called out, come grab your trophy. So first, for Best American Bike, we have a 1942 Harley WLA, owned by Wayne Martin.
1942 Harley WLA. Well, it's got all the accoutrements with it. You got a helmet with it, goggles, and blankets.
Wayne, thanks for bringing the bike out.
Okay, perfect. And then, are you just going to press on? Okay, let me go back to the
For Best Asian Motorcycle, we have a 1969 Kawasaki W255 Commander, owned by Carrie and Julie Pagenkopf. Hopefully I got that right. Close enough. Horseshoes and hand grenades.
It's a real clean 1969 650 Kawasaki W something Commander 650 SS. This is kind of the copy of a BSA model that Kawasaki did. Then they did a copy of that copy when they made their W650 later on, and W800. But this one is extremely sharp. Extremely sharp. Very nice. Very nice.
For Best European, we have a 1968 Jawa 350cc quote-unquote 653 owned by Jay Portner. I think Jay's making his way up. I see a determined man trying to make his way up.
I see somebody making time.
Thanks, Jay. Beautiful bike.
A 1968 Jawa 350. You don't see too many Jawas here in the United States. ISD qualifier. They had quite a reputation as being really rough and tough bikes. At least from what I remember growing up. But we couldn't actually buy any because they were from the other side of the Iron Curtain, I guess.
Next for Best British, this is a tough choice. We ended up picking the 1963 Triumph Thunderbird 650, owned by Mark Weinroth.
No ham in that, Mark. No ham in that.
Thanks, Mark. That was a beautiful bike. Tough choice on that class.
The 1963 Triumph Thunderbird. I think this would probably do pretty well at the show, too.
In our Cafe Racer class, we have a 1961 BSA DVD Gold Star 500cc owned by David Moore.
Beautiful little old school BSA. Signal cylinder. Love the brakes. So which is better, the original or the new one? Beautiful bike, David.
Thanks, David. Next, for our best moped scooter, we had a 1980 Cute L&D 50cc owned by Chad Knie. Chad? Jeremy's buddy, Chad. That's what I know now. That was an easy choice in that class, by the way, Chad.
Looky there, there's Mr. Bill.
I got a prize. I got some $40 brakes for $10. I'm happy.
You gonna do your little happy dance? Hey, got Rabbit.
I'm not.
That's Rapid Roy, slightly embarrassed at Bill's happy dance.
Next, for our off-road class, we have a 1987 Honda CR125R owned by Dean Gokamp. Nice job, Dean. I've been seeing that bike get put together over the last maybe 8 weeks as I get stuff getting powder coated. Good job, Dean.
Appreciate it.
So next, we have a Best Survivor Unrestored category, and we picked the 1945 Indian Chief owned by Mike Wagner, who was way back in the back. Great patina, great looking old Survivor bike. We have two guys trying to claim that bike. Let's
Wow,
see. All right.
thanks. That's nice. I appreciate it.
Beautiful, beautiful
Nice.
Survivor. Next in our period custom bobber class, we had a 1934 Norton Manx International owned by Jim Church. That's our class winner. Is Jim here? Is he coming? He's coming. Oh, I got it.
Smile for the camera.
No bugs allowed, Jim.
All right, okay.
Thanks for bringing your bike. We're going to go to Best Bicycle. So Best to Show in the Bicycle class was a 1941 Schwinn Ace owned by Ryan Marley. Ryan, please.
Best to show in bicycles?
We have 3 more bicycle
All right.
categories before we get to our Best to Show. So Jamie, you got
The winner of the best lightweight bicycle, David Underwood, had to leave before the presentation. He was riding a Phillips 3-speed bike.
We have 3 more bicycle categories before we get to our Best to Show. Little change. We got Tom Peterson with a pre-war balloon, Zach Gomolka with a custom, and Reggie Edwards with a post-war balloon. Will all 3 of you please come forward, grab your ribbons for the bicycle in the bicycle class. Yeah, sorry, I merged them all together, but take one at a time, sorry. Or whatever you guys want to do. Wasn't much of a hard choice, but for Best of Show, we have the 1929 Harley-Davidson Model JD owned by Jay Chandler.
Beautiful Harley sidecar rig here, don't you think? It's got all the, got the gas pump and the oil things. It's really a nice rig here. So, hey. So the way this works is they'll divide all these bikes into the different categories, just like any kind of car show or anything. Then they let all these little red cups here or for people to vote on which bike they like the best. Then at the end, they'll give them the one of the bigger trophies for people's choice. Then the judges will make a determination of who wins on the other classes. So this is basically a model JD 3-speed transmission, 1929 model, 74 cubic inches. I don't want to put that as metric. Got to do a two-fister here in a minute.
So Joe, you also, on the People Choice Award, you guys put your tickets in the little cups. Joe also won that award. People's Choice and Best of Show.
Oh!
Good job, man.
Yeah.
I think that's it. That's our.
I wanted to thank the Idaho Vintage Motorcycle Club for putting on this show, and you'll have to come in for part 2. So we're going to show you some of there's probably another couple dozen bikes that deserve awards, and we're going to show those in part 2. Join me and my friends at Flat Cap Cafe Racer for riding and racing. Please subscribe.